I'm Remi Leroy. I'm a product director and I'm working on what we call the content platform. And I'm part of the distribution and hotel services at Accor. Accor is one of the biggest hospitality group worldwide. We have 45 different brands managing more than 5,000 properties. And we sell around 850,000 rooms. That's the core business of Accor. Accor is really here to make sure that the properties are full all over the year. So that's what we call distribution. And to manage that, we use a central reservation system, which is a big piece of IT that will manage availability, prices for rooms, and be sure that everything is connected from central to the property also, because the property will receive the bookings. Aside from that, we've got a content distribution platform because, of course, a room needs to be booked, it needs to have a price, but then it will have all the descriptive and marketing capabilities because as a client, as a guest, you'd like to know if your room has a minibar, what's the size of the balcony and the room, what's the size of the bed, what will be the view, etc., etc. We need to have a PIM to have all those marketing information distributed aside from pure availability, booking, and prices. The content platform has the PIM, Inriver PIM, right in the center of it, and we have a front tool for hotels to enrich their content. Hotels are our clients, but they are also the ones that are enriching the PIM through a dedicated interface that we develop ourselves, because they are the only one to know at what are the opening hours of the restaurant, is there veggies, menus. We need to have them enriching the PIM directly. That's why we have this specific interface that we developed ourselves, because we want it to be really close to, let's say, hospitality consideration, which is a bit specific. Inriver is a really generalistic tool that can address multiple business. But for this part, when it comes to hotels, they need to have their own interface to enrich the PIM. We got that front, then we got the PIM in the middle. And after that, we've got our own layer of API. We call that API content, that is collecting lots of information from the PIM to expose them to front ends for guest platforms to book, but it's also collecting information from other systems such as reviews, for instance, that are part of the content that we expose on our e-commerce websites. The IT strategy of Accor was to develop its own systems. For instance, the CRS, the Central Reservation System, Accor was the only one company that developed its own CRS. That was kind of the same for the descriptive content. We developed our own system. But the thing is that it was working properly when we were managing 1,000 property, but now we moved to more than 5,000 properties. So we need to have much more industrialized capabilities to manage our content, to monitor it, ensure that it will be rich enough, precise, etc., etc. And that old tool was not enabling that. Moving to PIM can be kind of the same benefits that can expect each of your clients. Enrichment and, let's say, completion of content, precise content. Also increase our time to market, be able to onboard new properties much more faster. Just to give you a bit of overview, we onboard one new hotel every day. As we are loading lots of information to create a property from scratch in our systems, Inriver will help definitely to onboard those properties in terms of content much more fastly. We went through an RFP, so it was the conjunction of multiple criteria. Of course, in terms of feature, Inriver were completely fitting our needs. The choice was made on details and a good commercial proposition, so that's it. Part of the benefits will be clearly operational efficiency. We are in the course of training more and more users. Inriver PIM will only be used by what we call central populations, not hotels. We foresee more than 100 users, and clearly we will take benefit of Inriver to monitor our content, With our old system, we were completely blind in terms of completion. It was really complicated to look if our completion was okay. Inriver will definitely help on that purpose. And also, what we're looking at is bulk updates. We're not capable of doing bulk updates of data with our old system, except on running scripts, but it's development. Here, having this like a native feature to be able to bulk update all our content is really great. For instance, you've got campaigns of eco certification for properties. There's 200 properties that are having this new certification. On my old system, I was obliged to go on each property to click, this is certified, this is certified, this one is certified. So now just a bulk update of 200 properties will be great. Syndication is definitely something that we are looking at. We distribute rooms in our what we call our direct channels, the websites and the e-commerce websites that we develop ourselves, all.accor.com or the app. We've got other websites, but we're also distributing room through what we call indirect channels, so booking.com, Expedia, because again, the goal of my job is to make sure that the property is booked all over the year. If an hotel was booked at 80% through our direct channel, then the 20 rest will be booked through indirect channels, booking, etc. We definitely need, or we prefer to have our clients booking through our channels, but of course we need to have that those room information and availability managed on external platforms. And for that, syndication will definitely help. There's hundreds and hundreds of websites where you can book rooms. I was mentioning Booking, Expedia, that are the two main ones. But in fact, it's a bit the same. We've got channel managers, so big platform that we call GDS, Global Distribution Systems. And those are managing availability of rooms on other hundreds of websites. We've got big channels like that, like the GDSs, so you've got Amadeus, you've got Sabre, those are big players on tourism. They also manage seats in airplanes also. We've got those partners that are specific that opens the booking to hundreds of websites. We are transitioning from systems that are 20 years old to new systems. And globally, as I was mentioning, the strategy was to develop our own systems, and now we're moving to systems that are on the market, because you're specialists of your technology, and we cannot develop as good as you. We're hospitality IT specialists, but you're specialists in content management. We use now much more tools that are developed externally, and our IT strategy will be to in fact tailor and stitch all that to make a global and coherent journey for our guests, for our properties, etc. etc. It's really great to see all the roadmap and great features that are proposed by Inriver that I'm not taking benefit yet, but for sure soon we will try to leverage all that. And I hope it's a beginning of a long collaboration between Inriver and Accor.